Do you know what the court would have done? The court would have given him a bail and determined whether the man is a flight risk or not. If he was a flight risk, his passport would have been seized. If his passport had been seized, do you think he would have traveled? And there's another school of thought saying that the OSP needed a court order and all that. I employ people to read the OSP Act, the act that establishes the OSP. He doesn't need any court order. So based on this, if somebody says that the OSP couldn't arrest him or couldn't do a proper investigation because the government wouldn't have allowed him, I tend to agree, because the evidence from the past is there. Martin Amidu said it, and nobody came out to debunk it. If Martin Amidu had lied, the government had every right to call him to any court in Ghana and ask him to prove what he said, but the government didn't. If the government did it, so if I wake up every day and I call you a thief, you don't say anything. I call you a thief, you don't say anything. A day will come that I won't have to call you a thief. Somebody else will call you a thief because I call you a thief and you don't say anything. So if the OSP wasn't allowed to do its work or was allowed to do its work, and it was just a lackadaisical attitude of the OSP which resulted in all this, the government should have been out there to tell us that no, we are not preventing him from doing his job. It's him who is not doing his job. You get it? But we've allowed that to foster forward, and then it has become endemic in people's head. So now everybody can say the government was preventing the OSP from doing its work. We are in this country, a country where the government cannot prosecute their own appointees. Does that make any sense?
But why is that? It's been said or known by fact and evidence that the current administration, the current president, in his previous administration, actually prosecuted some members of his own people. Yeah.
Abu Gabele was they all entered parliament the same year, but he prosecuted him. You know, if you go to Singapore today, Singapore is an envy of a lot of countries. The president who initiated that change prosecuted his own best man. When the best man realized that he couldn't stand the prosecution, he hung himself and died. Yes.
Why do you think it's become a thing?